Is it ever a good time to get your teen a credit card? Let's talk. So this is your teen's first credit card from yourmoneymom.com. There is a post on yourmoneymom.com all about whether or not your teen is a good candidate for getting a credit card and how you might consider going about that. But this video and this podcast is a way for me to also share this information with you and show you some of the details of it. So first, let's start by saying that Dave Ramsey is wrong. And of course, in parentheses, I say about this because kudos to Dave Ramsey. He has been a great leader in personal finance, really helping people understand it, particularly people who are in a lot of debt, especially credit card debt, help them to get out of it. He just has a lot of great ideas. So kudos to him for that. However, past the basics, and particularly when it comes to certain categories of things like saving for retirement, and in this case, credit cards, I think some of his advice can be misguided or unhelpful. And so part of the benefit of having a lot of different voices out there is you can learn from different people and make your own decisions related to it because your money is up to you and your financial life, but hearing some different perspectives can be helpful. So the benefits of having a credit card, this is not just for teens, but for adults, is that it can improve a person's credit score. So this can save you thousands of dollars when it's time to get a mortgage or other loan. Credit cards can also be convenient for tracking your spending and can also offer protections that debit cards and cash do not. Finally, if you are responsible with your credit card use and can easily pay it off each month and in full, you can take advantage of some of the great rewards and perks that credit cards can offer. So, when is your teen ready for a credit card? And again, this is something you need to decide in your own family, but we're going to talk over general principles and you can apply that in your situation. It's generally for a teen who is pretty responsible, and this is usually when a teen starts driving or later because they need to put gas in the car and so forth. Also, when a teen earns money from a job, understands the basics of how credit cards work. They don't have to know every little detail, but kind of the general principle, and that they resolve from the start of their financial life to pay their credit card bill in full and on time every month. Giving your teen the mindset of this kind of a approach towards credit cards and debt can be really helpful and a big gift to them. What are some of the pros of your teen having a credit card? First, they can develop the skill of navigating online bill pay and just the basics of how credit cards work. They can practice responsibility, consistency, and other important money values that are going to be good in a lot of different areas. It can also help them track spending and categories easily, and they can even set some goals for themselves. And then finally, and probably most importantly, you can begin to develop a good credit score. And that's because one of the most important features of your credit score is length of credit, how long you've kind of been living a financial life, how long you've had credit cards or loans or other things that can be calculated as part of your credit score. So for instance, my credit score is 100 points or higher than my oldest daughter, not because I'm that much better than money than her, because she actually has made fewer mistakes than I have, but she has had credit for a lot less time. So the fact of her having a credit card earlier in life will pay off down the line when it comes to her getting a mortgage. She doesn't need a mortgage now, obviously, but she will someday, and having this length of credit can really gradually increase that credit score. What are some of the cons of having a credit card for a teen? And this is true for anybody with credit cards. It's easier to spend more on credit cards than when using cash or debit. This has been shown in study after study. It's a real pitfall. You can try to work around this, but it's out there and you have to know about it. It's also possible to overspend beyond your needs and even beyond what your ability to pay on a credit card, which is not the case with cash. And then if you do go into that sort of debt, the negative compound interest kind of accruing can be really catastrophic for your financial life. And can be a good way, kind of like training wheels for them. So now I'm going to talk about how we did it in our family. And I'm saying this and sharing it not because we are perfect parents in any way, far from it, or that we've been perfect or even super great about how we're teaching our kids about money. However, many people have found it helpful when they've heard about how we went about it, and you may find it helpful as well. So we started with opening a new Discover card that we kind of called the family Discover card. I used Discover because that was my very first credit card, and I have found them to have really great service and a lot of good ability to track spending and get text alerts and all kinds of things. Many credit cards do offer this, but some are kind of better than others, and Discover is one of the better ones here. So I opened a new credit card from Discover with a low spending limit so that if a teen were profligate, they would not be able to, overspend beyond a certain amount. And then the parents, we were the owner and the only one with the bill pay and the access to the account. But a teen became an authorized user. So the teen would have a credit card to put gas in the car or go out with friends or spend whatever money they would otherwise spend with their debit card or cash. And then when they would spend money, they would pay us for their own spending. And if a teen went to Aldi for me or to get gas in the car, which to me is one of the benefits of having a teen driver, then I could Venmo them back or pay them in some other way. Now, while this family credit card was out there, we would show the teen every month how we pay the bill, what are the charges. We'd go over everything to see who owed what. And then after some time, a couple months of this, we would turn over the bill pay of this to the teen so that the teen would link her credit card, her bank account to the credit card and then pay on time. So there are different ways to do it. You can go in and pay manually or pay from your bank account. And then a year or so after this, then we talk with the teen about the value or not of getting their own credit card, depending on how they've done on this kind of year of training wheels. And then when they get their own credit card, well, they're responsible for it themselves, but we certainly touch base with them and check with them on it. So is my teen ready? Well, first of all, only you can know this in your family. So gathering the information, watching a video like this, hearing a podcast like this, and doing your own research can be really helpful, but then it's really going to be up to you to decide what makes sense. First, I would say, like a lot of things in money, don't rush into anything. You can take your time to think about it and think about the best way to do it for you. You could watch this video together or read the article on yourmoneymom.com, and there's certainly other resources out there regarding teens and credit cards. Next, I think it's a good idea to apply for the credit card that is best for your situation, and in particular, ignoring card offers that come via email or mail. We get dozens of offers every month for the various members of our household to open credit cards, and it's much more helpful for you to get the card that makes the most sense for you. And so in that case, for a family credit card or that kind of training wheels teen credit card, it's good to seek out a no annual fee, modest cashback or rewards profile. For us, that's Discover. You want your teen to know the credit limit and then also how it will be raised. This was interesting when we had the family credit card. They will just automatically start raising your credit limit when you are paying it every month. And so we talk with our teen about that. Oh, look, it was raised a couple $100 or $500. And that's not meaningful because if you aren't willing to pay that off every month, it doesn't matter that you have a higher limit. Also talking with our teen about resolving to spend only what they are willing to pay off in full and on time each month. Challenging your teen to budget or maybe set goals for low spending. We haven't done as much of this as I would have liked, but that's a good thought. We want the teen or really anybody to know the APR, the annual percentage rate of interest. So if they did carry a balance, what it would say. Some credit card statements will actually show you if you only pay the minimum payment, how long it would take you to pay off and how much interest you would pay. And it can be pretty eye-opening to look at those. Also, wanting the teen to audit their spending regularly to check for overspend or mindless spending, which again can be a pitfall of credit cards. And then finally, for the teen to be strategic from the beginning on cashback and rewards. So strategic for us is that in the first year of having a Discover card, you're cash back, which you get a certain percentage back on things, is doubled. And so that can be actually a really kind of neat perk of that first year of having the credit card. And if a teen is, again, paying their bill off every month, they could really think about ways to maximize that and get some nice perks from the cash back. So our key takeaways for a teen to have and be an authorized user on a parent credit card is like training wheels, but I'm going to recommend a completely separate credit card than your own. The Discover card is a good first card to consider. I'll have a link for that. Credit card spending limits are meaningless. It's only what you are able and willing to pay off each month that matters. And the number one rule is to pay your credit card bill in full and on time every month. Starting teens off with the right mindset on credit cards is a real gift to them. So I want to encourage you and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.